Hey guys, welcome back to Bestie. Let's talk episode 7, 9. Just kidding, episode 10. Wow, has it been a long time since I posted a new episode? It's been 3 months. Bish, 3 months. I kept saying next week, next week, and suddenly that turned into 3 months. Like, are you kidding me? That is such a long time. I hope that you guys are still here with me. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm like on my first date. Like, I even have like, I don't know, like, I'm just so nervous because I feel like I haven't sat down in a long time and like talked to you guys. But let's address the big elephant in the room. I'm in a new setup, as you guys can see. I really hope that you guys like it because let me tell you that it took a very long time to do this setup. So me and Jason had come to the agreement that we were going to have someone come work on the room so they can paint it and move everything. And then that was taking a long time. So we were like, you know what, let's just do it on our own. So we decided to do it on our own. And that took even longer because I was procrastinating. I had to move everything in my beauty room out to the living room, paint the room, let it dry, and move it back in. So I did all that. And then everything looked beautiful. And then I figured that I needed lighting. So I ordered some new lights. And then I told Jason, I was like, you know what, Jason? I was like, I am so done making excuses. Like at this point, like I am even over myself. Just set up the camera for me, put on a random light, and let me just sit down and talk to everyone because I feel like I've just been taking way too long at this point. Like I even have no excuses, you know? And so we set up everything and here I am. So I hope that you guys are doing great. For today's episode, we're just going to catch up because again, 3 months is a very long time. So I feel like there's so much that I have to tell you guys. So first things first, we're in a new setup. We're no longer in Jason's office. Now we are in my beauty room. We're in my beauty room, which is even better because I can literally film in here whenever I want. Like I can come up here at 3 in the morning and just ramble and tell you whatever I'm feeling. And then some other updates that happened. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen on my stories or on YouTube, but if you guys don't follow me, first of all, bitch, why are you not following me? You should. But Jason got his dream car. So a lot of you guys were telling me like, dude, didn't Jason get his dream car with the truck? And I'm like, same. That's literally what I thought. But Jason says that he has many dream cars, and that is one of his dream cars, which is technically my car as well because bish, anything that's his is mine, okay? Period. So he got the Corvette C8. It's all red and it has like some black detailing in the car, the outside and the inside. It's a really nice car. So he got the car. And then another update besides that, the boys. Oh, let me catch you guys up on the boys, how they're doing. So Kaden is doing amazing. I don't know what was the last update that I gave you guys, but Kaden is going to school now. He's been in school for a couple of months. The first weeks, I want to say maybe like the first month and a half was a little bit rough on him because it was such a drastic change. But he is doing amazing, guys. He loves going to school now. He has learned so much. He knows how to sing all of the songs. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes is his favorite one. He'll tell you like eyes, mouth, nose, ears, and like just seeing him like open like a little butterfly is like the most amazing thing ever because he is just such a funny little kid, and just to see him grow up is like such a beautiful feeling, but also makes me sad because obviously I want the boys to always be my babies. So not Liam, I always get confused. Oh my god, Kaden is doing amazing. He's doing really good, and he's also going to be 2 already. Like, can you guys believe that he's going to be 2 already? Like, doesn't it feel like yesterday I told you that I was pregnant? Or am I the only one? Like, I feel like it just feels like yesterday when I got pregnant and then I gave birth. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but I feel like time is just going by so fast. Like, I legit wake up and I'm like, okay, it's Monday. And then the days go by and I'm like, dang, it's Saturday already? Like, what the heck? I feel like we need longer weekends. That's what we need. But he's going to be 2 already in May 27th. So in a couple of days, he's going to be 2. And it's just so crazy to think like his journey, like we tried for a while to have him and it didn't happen. And then when we least expected it, I was pregnant with him. And then, COVID hit, we were all in quarantine. And then I gave birth and like now he's going to be 2. And it's like, whoa, it's so crazy how life works. And then Liam, like I told you guys, he just turned 6. And an update on Liam has been just surprising me also a lot each day. So just last time we were walking and just randomly he told me, he's like, Mom, do you know that the koalas are running out of spaces to live? And in my head, I was like, what? Like, okay. Like, what is he trying to tell me? And I'm like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, because they're cutting down all the trees. And so I simply just told him, oh, but there's a lot of trees. They can come live here. He was like, no, Mom. Koalas don't live here. They live on another side of the world, Mom. I was just telling you. And I was like, oh, okay. So he's just like getting older every day. And I think to me, all those little things surprise me because, again, in my head, I don't want them to grow up. But I'm like literally seeing them grow up and just like turning into mini adults. And then when I least expected, he's going to be in high school and then middle school. And then he's going to be dating and. And then also another update with Liam. He is now wearing glasses. So he is very excited. He looks super cute with his black little glasses. He just looks too adorable. So yeah, those are the updates with the boys and with Jason. And then I wrote everything down on my phone because you already know me. I literally forget everything. And then now let's talk about me. Any updates with me, how I've been doing, how I've been feeling and everything. So do you guys remember that I told you that this year, I was like, this year is my year. Like, this is the year that I'm going to go out. I'm going to explore. I'm going to make friends. Like, I'm just going to step out of my comfort zone and just leave my bubble and really go out there in life and just explore. I think saying that out loud really helped me to tell myself, like, you're going to do this. Like, you're going to just not be shy. You're not going to be scared. You're just going to throw yourself out there. And I feel like change is always scary. Like, I think just in general, when you do something for such a long time, you're in like your own little safe space, right? Like, you're like, oh, I feel safe here. Like, everything feels good. You have your routine down. So you know how to do everything on your daily life because it's a routine. You do it every single day. So the more that you do it, the better that you get at it. So you're just comfortable. So when you have to change something, it's so freaking scary because you're like, I don't know how to do this. This is new to me. And then that's when you feel like, no, maybe I should just stay where I am. But it's like, no, bish, change is good. So I pushed myself and I said, we're going to do this. So saying that out loud really helped me. And I've been going on a lot of trips. If you guys have been following me on Instagram, on my vlog channel, you guys know this, but I took a brand trip with It Cosmetics to Sedona, Arizona. And I feel like that was very much needed. Like, when I went on that trip, first of all, like, going on the trip was just amazing. I met a lot of people. I met the It Cosmetics team, which they're all amazing. And when I went there to Sedona, I really looked at my surroundings and I was like, I am capable of this and more. I have been missing out on all of this kind of stuff because I've just been too scared to leave my bubble. So I wrote in my journal, this is the year that you're going to step out of your comfort zone and you're going to do you. And I feel like for a very long time, I focused on just being a mom because I wanted to spend as much time as I could with the kids. I also wanted to focus on my main channel. I wanted to focus on my social medias. And also at that time we were like in quarantine. So being in my house for like 2 years really did make me lose my social skills. And I'm not going to lie, it made me just want to hibernate and be in my home. And so when slowly everything started going back to like normal, I guess you could say, I was like scared because I was like, oh my God, I haven't talked to someone else besides like Jason and the kids and like my immediate family in almost 2 years, which is crazy, right? It sounds so crazy, but it's the reality. And so when I went to that trip, like, I was talking to people and I also realized like I want to work on myself and make myself a better version of myself. Not that like the old me was bad, but also when I turned 25 just last month, I was like, there's a lot of changes that I want to make in my life, and I want to become the best version of myself that I can, for myself, for Jason, for the kids, for everyone that's around me. So again, that trip really made me open my eyes, and it was such a fun trip. We went hiking. It was my first time hiking ever, which was really fun. And then also we had like a dinner. We had like a fancy dinner. Oh my God, everything was so delicious. We had like this grilled fish. We had a dessert, a salad that had like arugula, which, bitch, I hate arugula, but that one tasted so delicious, let me tell you. So I went on that trip, and if you guys follow me in the vlog channel, you guys know that that was my first time flying by myself. And oh my God, when I tell you that that trip, like going to that trip was like the worst thing ever for me. It was like the worst. So when they told me about the trip, I was like, yes, I'm so down to go. Like, I'm down. Like, I said, this was the year where I wanted to do things on my own, like, just know what I'm capable of doing on my own. And so everything was doing good. And the day that I had to leave, Jason drops me off at the airport, and I'm doing fine. I'm like, okay, good. I got this. I got this. As soon as I go through TSA, it's like an anxiety took over my body, and I started crying. Like, I was like hyperventilating. I think that's the word. Like, I was just like, I got on the phone. Like, first I started texting Jason. I sent him a picture of myself, and I'm like, I cannot do this. Like, I can't. I call him. I'm on the phone, and I'm like, Jason, I cannot get on this plane. Like, something just doesn't let me get on the plane. Like, I just can't. Like, I can't. I've never done this by myself. Like, I'm literally thinking the worst in my head. Like, at this point, I'm thinking, like, what if something happens to the plane? Or, like, you know, like, I'm thinking the worst, which I shouldn't, right? But I think it was just that I was so scared because I've never flown by myself. I'm terrified of like turbulence, of like when the plane takes off. I usually always hold Jason's hand, and he's like there next to me. But this time it was like by myself with strangers next to me. So I'm telling Jason, I can. And Jason is like, yes, you can, babe. And then at the end, Jason's like, you know what? Like, if you don't want to get on the plane, babe, don't get on the plane. Like, just tell me so I can go back. I'll pick you up. We'll go back home, and that's fine. But then suddenly I tell myself, like, no, I can do this, and I'm going to do this. So I get on the plane. The plane takes off. I sit in between of two older guys. I think they were like in their 70s. So that made me feel very safe for some reason. So I'm just there. The plane takes off. I think it was like a 3.5 hour ride from here to Arizona. It wasn't bad. I landed. I'm like, yes, we made it. So I got over my biggest fear, which was flying by myself. So I went on the trip, came back home, and then after that, I got invited on another trip to New York City. As you guys saw, if you guys also follow me on the vlog channel. So I don't know if I told you guys, but I started working with Ulta Beauty for a whole year. I'm in the Ulta Beauty campaign for this year, for 2022. When I applied to the campaign, I applied months ago, and I kind of forgot about it because it takes a very long time, like the process for them to accept you and like to hear back from them. But then my management team told me like, hey, you got accepted into the Ulta Beauty campaign. And I was like, oh my God, that's so exciting. So I'm working with Ulta for a whole year, and working with Ulta has opened so many doors for me. And it's so crazy because how many of you guys remember? Okay, I'm going to say this, but you guys don't ever bring it up again, okay? Don't ever bring it up. But how many of you guys remember when we used to dumpster dive in Ulta? Like, okay, we shall never speak of this again. But do you guys remember when like I didn't have like a lot of money to buy makeup, and like dumpster diving videos were everywhere, and we went like dumpster diving to see if we can find makeup? Like, do you guys remember that? Like the fact that, bitch, we were dumpster diving at Ulta, and now we're working with Ulta. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, that literally just blows my mind. And I'm just like, oh my God, all my hard work has been paying off lately. And it just like feels so good. And I feel so blessed. And so I'm working with Ota now, and like I said, working with them has opened a lot of doors for me. So Ota invited me to work with them and Drunk Elephant in New York and like make content for their social medias and everything. And I of course said yes, because I have always wanted to go to New York City. Like I've always just wanted to go. Like I've always seen people with their faces on like the billboards, like in, the street where like all the signs are and like everything. So of course, when the opportunity was offered to me, I said yes. Absolutely. And then also my management team, they all live in New York City. So I would also get to meet all of them. So I thought it would be just perfect to go. So I went to New York again by myself, and this time the plane ride wasn't that bad because I feel like it was just me being scared. So I went on the plane. I think it was like a four hour plane ride, I think. It wasn't bad. So I arrived to New York City. I get there, they give me my hotel, I create content, and then I get to meet my management team that I work with them. I got to meet them in person, and I was like, oh my God, this is so nice. And then I go out and explore the city. I didn't really get to explore all of the city because, of course, I was there to work. So we had to work almost an entire day of just filming content for their social medias. And then the other days were like half days. So I didn't really get to explore a lot. I just did everything that was like walking distance from my hotel. So I definitely want to go back to New York and like go to like the Statue of Liberty. There was like a lot of other things that I wanted to do, but I couldn't because I was like on a time crunch. So I told Jason, I was like, I definitely want to go back to like New York, go to like a coffee shop and get some coffee and just like explore the city and like, have more time. So that is definitely on my agenda to go back to New York and really explore the city. And then I am also going on another brand trip this upcoming month on June. This one is a long one compared to the ones that I've been going to. This brand trip is 4 days long. I'm going somewhere. I'm not going to tell you guys yet because I want you guys to guess where I'm going for 4 days. I've never been there either. It's my first time going. And I'm going with the brand, and I was just super honored when they invited me to go. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. They already sent us our schedule, what we're going to do for the 4 days. It sounds very fun. I'm very excited. I told Jason, I was like, are you going to be okay for 4 days with the kids? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to be fine. And also it's going to be summertime, so it's going to be a little bit easier for him. So they're going to be here in the house. Jason has actually been doing really good staying with the kids. Not that I doubted him or anything, but I was like, I don't know how he's going to do with like the kids by himself, like here at the house. But the last 2 trips that I took, they did really good. I came back home, the house was clean, and I was like, okay, like what? So they've been doing really good. I think they just love spending boy time alone. And then also Liam, whenever I was going to New York, he was like, hey mom, like when are you leaving to your trip? And I was like, oh, in a couple of days. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, so dad, am I gonna sleep with you when mom leaves? And Jason was like, yeah. He was like, bet. And I was like, okay, because Liam likes to sleep with us, but I also want my bed. Like I want to sleep comfy. And obviously if I let Liam sleep with us, Kaden also wants to sleep with us. So we're like kind of tight in the bed. So it's very rare whenever I do let him sleep with us. So that's why he wanted me to like leave to New York already, because he wanted to sleep in the king bed with Jason and Kaden. And so I told him, I was like, hey puppy, I'm going on another trip. He was like, oh yes, I'm going to get to sleep with dad and Kaden in the bed for like 4 days. He was like super excited. But yes, overall guys, I'm excited to go on the brand trip. Very excited. I'm also like very proud of myself that again, I've been stepping out of my comfort zone. Like I told you guys, like this year is the year that I really want to focus on myself, because I feel like for a very long time I've been focused on my kids, on work, and which is not a bad thing. There's nothing bad with that, but I also don't want to forget about myself as like individual. And so I've been trying to spend a little bit more time on myself and everything. So with that being said, I also got a piercing. Oh my God, I'm over here going all crazy. Just kidding. I got a small little piercing on my ear. I would try to show you guys, but it's so tiny that I don't even think you're going to be able to see it. But again, if you guys follow me on the vlog by the way, I've been pretty consistent on like posting vlogs, but if you guys have been seeing in the vlogs, you guys saw the piercing. It's like a small little stud. I wanted a little hoop, but they told me that I need to start with the stud while it heals, and then I can move on to the hoop, which by the way, okay, Bestie, why didn't no one tell me that piercings take a very long time to heal? So I thought I was going to go in and just get the little hoop, but no, it doesn't work that way. So where I got my piercing, she told me it would take anywhere from 6 to 9 months. 6 to 9 months to heal. I was like, what? Like, that is crazy. So she says 6 to 9 months to heal. So we're going to let that heal. So far, it's doing really good. And a lot of you guys were telling me, I thought you were going to get a nose piercing, which I also thought so myself. Hold on, let me drink some water because I'm getting kind of thirsty. So like I was telling you, a lot of you guys were telling me, hey, Pita, I thought you were going to get a nose piercing. And I was like, same, because I've been wanting a nose piercing for a while. But I was like, you know what? Let me just test the waters, see how I do with this small little stud piercing on my ear, see how it heals. And if it does good, if I don't really like struggle with it, have any issues with it, then I'll go on and do the nose piercing. And then you guys were hyping me up in my Instagram, like, Pita, it heals super fast. I feel like the ear one hurted more than the nose piercing. And I'm over here thinking like, should I go get the nose piercing? Because I've been wanting one for a very long time. And like, I always use like little filters, like to see what it would look like on me. And I'm like, okay, it doesn't look that bad. But then I feel like, okay, question, because this is what I've been thinking. If I do get the nose piercing and then suddenly, like a year later, I'm like, I don't want it, will the little hole completely close? Will it heal? Or will I still have like the little dent of where the piercing was? That's like my question that I have. So if any of you guys have piercings in your nose, can you guys please let me know? Because that's like the one question that like I have. So like, I feel like that would determine if I get the nose piercing or if I don't. So please let me know in the comments or send me a DM. And then, oh my God, dude, I forget things a lot. But if you guys are like constantly on TikTok and you guys see the Drunk Elephant campaign commercial with Ota where I come out, can you guys please screen record it and send it to me? Because I think they have like their comments disabled, so you guys can tag me. And a lot of you guys have been sending me screenshots and you guys are like, oh my God, Pita, I just saw you on like a TikTok ad, but I haven't been able to like see it myself. Like I haven't gotten it on my For You page. So if you guys see the Ota and Drunk Elephant commercial ad on TikTok where I come out, can you guys please screen record it and send it to me? I would truly appreciate it. I just literally remember that right now. But yeah, like I was telling about the nose piercing, I might get that, I might not. Still kind of indecisive about that. But another cool thing that I've been doing lately, just to kind of like focus on myself, I've been doing Pilates. So I would see a lot of people doing Pilates and I'll be like, should I try it? Should I not try it? I feel like I'm getting influenced right now to try Pilates because I will like see it everywhere. And I was like, you know what? Let me just give it a try. I mean, like, what's the worst thing that can happen, right? So I decided to give it a try. I find a location. I sign up for my first class. And so I go and there's like, well, in that specific location, there was levels for Pilates, like level 1, 2, and 3. But I couldn't get into level 2 or 3 because it said that I had to be like authorized to go into level 2 and 3. Like I had to be approved to go into those classes because they were a little bit more advanced. So I had to start with level 1. So I went into level 1, but I didn't even sweat when I was in the class. So I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. Like I liked it, but I feel like it wasn't Pilates, if that makes any sense. Or maybe because I was in level 1. So I just didn't go back to that location and I kind of got discouraged. And I was like, okay, just Pilates is now my thing. You know, like I'm just not going to try it no more. So then as I was speaking of that, a video on my For You page popped up of a girl in Pilates class. And the machine she was using looked completely different from the machine that I was using when I went into that location. And so now I'm thinking maybe it was the location that didn't work out for me. I'll try another one. So then I start going on Google, like Pilates near me. And this time I look at pictures of the locations to see what their equipment looks like. So I find one that I really liked and I was like, okay, let me give this one a try. And let me just tell you, bitch, that Pilates is expensive. Like, if you try to go like twice a week or 3 times a week, like it is gonna add up and it's quite pricey, let me tell you. So I was like also trying to look for like a good location, but like affordable. And I came to the conclusion that most likely they're all kind of expensive, but I feel like it's worth it because you have a really good time in the class. So I find a location, I sign up for my first class, I go in, and the girl asked me, "Have you ever done Pilates?" And first of all, I took regular socks, which that was like my biggest mistake that I made. She asked me if I had ever done Pilates, and I said, "Oh my God, yes." I went into another location, but I just really didn't like it. So I decided to try this one. And she's like, "Okay, perfect." She explained to me everything, how the machine worked and everything. So I go in there, and let me tell you, bitch, that first of all, I was like, why can't the class be an hour long? Why does it have to be 45 minutes? Like, I want the class to be an hour long. Why is it only 45 minutes? When I did the first exercise, I was like, thank God this class is only 45 minutes. Because if it would have been an hour, bitch, I would have been like dragging myself out of this class. I went in there and I wanted to run out. Like, it was so hard because it was like exercises that I had never done in my life. And I'm like, not even over exaggerating. Like, these were hard exercises. Like, I'm so used to like doing 12, 330, doing weights, but these exercises focus a lot on your core. Like, in those 45 minutes, these girls work out every single little muscle in your body, which is crazy to think that like literally everyone in that class, like their legs were shaking, their arms were shaking, because it's like such an intense workout. But you leave that class feeling so, what's the word that I'm trying to look for? Okay, I can't think of a word, but basically you leave the class just feeling really good about yourself. Like, I did that, you feel accomplished. That's the word. You feel really good. You feel accomplished. Like, I did that. So I wake up the next day and I kid you not, I feel like a train had ran over my body. I was so freaking tired and so sore. And I was like, you know what? I like this. This is like something that I can do once a week for myself. So then I started doing it once a week. I go every week. And I feel like I've been getting a little bit better. But I was talking to the girls there in the Pilates class. They were like, "Oh, girl, I've been doing this for like 2 years." And it just like never gets easier. Like, every single class is different. And like, there's so many different instructors in that location. So most likely you will never get the same instructor. Like, they're always rotating all of their instructors and everyone has a different routine that they do. So it's not like you go in there and you're like, "Oh, I already know what it's coming." Like, no. Mm-mm. You never know what's coming your way. Like, you never know what you're going to do. But I do have to say that I feel like I've been getting a little bit better at my mindset. And I know that sounds crazy, but in that class, it's all about mind over body. So, like, you're there doing the workout and it's like a 45-second workout. So, like, you do the workout for 45 seconds and then, like, 15 seconds in, she'll tell you, like, stop midway and hold it for 15 seconds. And that's when, like, your legs start shaking. And, like, she would tell you, like, mind over body, like, listen to your mind and tell yourself that you can do it. And just kind of, like, forget about, like, your body. I know that sounds crazy, but, like, you realize in that class how strong your mindset is and how, like, you can literally do anything if you tell your mind that you can. So that's something that I really like about that class, that, I tell myself like I can do it and I'm able to do it. Of course, there's times where I literally stop mid workout and I'm just like, like I can't, but it's a really fun workout. And if you guys have been like trying to do Pilates and you're scared, I would say give it a try. Obviously, the first class is always the hardest, but then it gets a little bit easier. And I just really like it because, again, it's like me time. And I feel like it's been helping me a lot with like my core and like, all like those little workouts that I do. So now I like work out at home, but I really look forward to like going into Pilates like once a week. Oh, and the reason that I told you that I made the biggest mistake going in with socks is because everyone there wears socks with grip underneath, which they do it for a reason. But I went in there with Nikes. First of all, I went in there with such a cute outfit and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be working out and I'm feeling so cute. Bitch, I got humbled in like 0.5 seconds as soon as we started the workout. So the purpose of like having socks with grip is because you're able to like hold on better to the machines. Like, you have a better grip. And if you have nothing with grip, like you're obviously slipping and sliding everywhere. And that was literally me. That was me the first class. And like I even told the instructor at the end, I was like, oh my God, that was so hard. And I was like, and I also just brought regular socks. She was like, oh my God, yes, I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you, like, you if you want to start doing this, you should really buy socks with like little grip at the bottom. That would be better. So I went on Amazon and I ordered socks. So like now that's a little bit better. But yeah, I've just been having too much fun going to the classes, and you guys always ask me if it's fun. I say it's really fun. I recommend it, and it's something that I've been doing for myself that I really like. So yeah, that's what I've been doing once a week. That is very exciting for me and that I really like. And then I'm also just overall excited for this upcoming trip that I'm going to take in June, and I'm already on Shein, girl, adding things to my cart and just getting all of my outfits together. It's very exciting. Like, I feel like I had so much fun like planning my outfits for Arizona and for New York. And I'm really excited for like this trip to plan 4 outfits and, you know, everything. And of course, I'm going to bring you guys with me, and I'm going to be vlogging everything for like the vlog channel. But that is everything that I had for today's episode, guys. Like I said, today we're just catching up. I was just letting you guys know what's been going on, what we're doing, and like all that stuff. I am going to try to post once a week, but no promises, guys, because it's a bit hard to like keep up with my main channel, the vlog channel, and then the podcast. So I'm going to try my best once a week, which will be on Thursdays. But if you guys see that I miss one Thursday, please don't be mad at me. Just know that I'm just like all over the place, you know. Also, let me know your thoughts on the background. I know it looks a little bit empty. I wanted to put like shelves here, but then I feel like if I wanted to put something for the wall, it was going to take me even longer. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go in with what I have. Or if you guys feel like it looks good, let me know. I'm still working with the lighting as well. Not really happy with it. I'm still going to move it around a little bit. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the background and everything. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Also, let me know what kind of topics do you guys want to talk about for like the next episodes. Like, what kind of content do you guys want? What kind of topics? If you guys have any stories, or like what kind of story times do you guys want to hear, all that, let me know in the comments, or you guys can send me a DM on my Instagram at Makeup by Pita. But I love you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, bestie.